Hey, Simone here, back with some do's and don'ts for scaling your business. Here's a piece of unpopular, maybe not news. You can't scale something that's broken, or maybe it's not outrightly broken because it's kind of limping along at the level of business you are at right now. Or my least favorite, it's working okay, making you think things are good, but because they're good only because you're not thinking big enough. Now, don't shoot the messenger. I talk to a lot of people every week, and generally they fall into three categories. The ones who want to scale and they realize if they just expand what they have, what's barely working right now or not, the pressure of growth is going to implode this thing, and they know that they need help. And needless to say, those are my favorite conversations. The second ones are the ones who think growth sounds like a nice idea, but they are too comfortable, and thinking bigger makes them too uncomfortable, and that's where they just need to stay. And those conversations are kind of like pulling teeth. And then the third category are the ones who are a bit delusional because they think that using the same actions and thinking and behaviors that got them to where they are is good enough to get them to the next level. And to those I can only say, hey, good luck. Let me know how it goes. Now, when you've hit a plateau, it may feel okay for a while because it's not so stressful like it was when you were growing. And you know that you know what you're doing because you've done it over and over again. And you think that the results are predictable and sustainable and scalable. But here's the truth. The same thing that feels comfortable for a while will pretty quickly, like within 6 to 18 months, be everything but. Because the longer you do the same thing that you've been doing over and over, the more bored you'll get. And guess what? Of course, the more bored you'll get, the less value you'll create because you're not adding anything new. You'll be less inspiring. And guess what? The less inspiring you are, the less inspired your team will be because, well, you're not. And then the next thing is when you have a team, you're relying on them to be innovative and accountable. But if you are not showing up, they won't be either. And the more will keep falling back on you. Suddenly you find yourself back on the hamster wheel because your lack of evolution has now caused the opposite, and you'll become the be-all catch-all of your business and for a team of people who are missing the challenge, the inspiration, and the clarity that they really need to be high performers. Now, you might think I'm just painting a doom loop and I'm a total Debbie Downer, and you bet I am. Because if this is you, it is time to wake up. It's time to fire yourself from the role as the leader who's in the driver's seat of your business. And it's time to get back out on a limb, shake things up, and start learning something new. Implement the systems and the strategies that will enable you to, one, truly harness the skill and the wisdom of your team to make things even better. Really important. Empower your team to become owners of their outcomes and grow into leaders. And that's what you really need so you can step away more. And then you can get into that passenger seat of your business so that you can do what you should do, which is be the CEO. And that means you're expanding the vision all the time. You are harnessing the relationships, you keep the money rolling, and you lead your leaders. That's really your only job as the CEO, and that's where you need to be if you want to scale your business. If you don't fire yourself from your old way of doing and thinking, you'll never be able to create that collaborative team culture that will create far better results than you could ever do on your own. Look, and I say this with 100% certainty because I've done this for 15 years. I've worked with hundreds of leaders at this point, and I've witnessed firsthand what works and what doesn't work. Now, if you know this is the thing that you really need to pay attention to, this is the place of business you're at, go to our brand new training that we just created at bulletproofstartups.com. Grab your favorite beverage, get some popcorn, and check out what we have to offer because This is the most important phase of your business, and this could create incredible opportunities. So don't cut yourself short. We'll see you next week.